Every new system, restructure, or unexpected challenge can feel like a disruption, but often it's an invitation to evolve, to learn, to become more adaptable, more self-aware, and ultimately more resilient. Welcome back to Mindset Shift. Today we're talking about one of the hardest yet most important skills to master in your professional journey: embracing change at work. Change can be uncomfortable, it can be uncertain, it can even be frightening. But here's the truth: resisting change doesn't stop it. It only stops you from growing with it. Every new system, restructure, or unexpected challenge can feel like what it really means to embrace change, not just survive it, and how you can turn transitions into transformation. First, understanding the nature of change. Change isn't an interruption. It's the rule of the modern workplace. New technologies, new leadership, new strategies, new goals. It's easy to think that one day things will finally settle. But the truth is, stability isn't the absence of change. Stability is the ability to stay grounded through change. Professionals who thrive in evolving environments don't wait for things to go back to how they were. They adapt, they stay curious, they adjust their mindset faster than their surroundings shift. So instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" try asking, "What could this be teaching me?" Because every change, even the uncomfortable ones, carries an opportunity in disguise. 2. Why we resist change. Let's be honest. Change feels threatening because it challenges our sense of control. It pushes us into unknown territory where we can't rely on old habits or old systems. Our brains crave certainty, so when that's disrupted, we instinctively pull back. But here's what's important to remember. Growth always begins where certainty ends. That discomfort you feel, it's not a sign that something's wrong, it's a sign that something new is beginning. The key is not to fight that feeling, but to interpret it differently. Instead of saying, "I'm uncomfortable, this must be bad," try saying, "I'm uncomfortable," which means I'm expanding, because discomfort and growth are two sides of the same coin. 3. The mindset shift. From resistance to readiness. If you want to thrive in times of change, you need to shift your mindset from resistance to readiness. Resistance says, "I don't want this to happen." Readiness says, "If this is happening, how can I grow through it?" When you operate with readiness, you're not reacting to change, you're preparing for it. You become proactive, not defensive. This doesn't mean you have to love every change that comes your way. It means you approach it with curiosity instead of fear. Ask yourself, what can I learn here? What skills do I need to build? What opportunities might this change create for me? When you ask better questions, you open the door to better outcomes. 4. Action step, reframe your perspective. Here's something powerful you can do immediately. When change happens, whether it's a new project, a new manager, or a new direction, write down 3 things. What this change could make possible for you: growth, exposure, learning. What fears it triggers: losing control, uncertainty, failure. How you can turn those fears into focus. For example, if your fear is, "I might not perform well in this new role," reframe it to, "This is a chance to develop new strengths." That single shift in perspective rewires how your brain processes challenge. You stop feeling helpless and start feeling capable. 5. Building adaptability as a skill. Adaptability isn't a personality trait, it's a professional superpower. And like any skill, it can be built intentionally. Here's how. Step 1. Stay curious. Ask questions before forming opinions. The more curious you are, the less threatened you feel by the unknown. Step 2. Practice flexibility in small ways. Try new tools, take on diverse tasks, volunteer for cross-functional projects. Stretching in small, low-risk ways makes big changes easier to handle. Step 3. Reflect regularly. At the end of each week, ask, "What did I learn from what changed around me?" Reflection turns random change into conscious learning. 6. Emotional intelligence in change. Change doesn't just affect systems, it affects people. And when people are impacted, emotions follow. Frustration, fear, confusion, even grief for how things used to be. That's okay. Part of embracing change is allowing yourself and others to process those emotions with empathy. If you're in a team, lead with understanding. If you're going through personal change, give yourself grace. Emotional intelligence allows you to stay grounded even when the environment shifts. It helps you support others and stay connected to purpose, which is what ultimately keeps teams strong through transition. 7. Turning change into opportunity. Every major innovation, promotion, and breakthrough in your career will likely come from or through change. It may not look like opportunity at first, it might look like uncertainty or even loss, but beneath it is movement, and movement always leads somewhere new. When faced with change, try this. Pause before reacting. Take a breath. Don't let fear shape your first response. Zoom out. Look at the bigger picture. What's actually happening and why? Align. Ask, how can I align my goals with what's changing? The faster you align, the faster you adapt. Adaptation is how growth happens. Quietly, gradually, but powerfully. 8. Creating stability within yourself. Here's something many people forget. You don't need the world around you to be stable in order to feel steady. Real stability comes from within, from clarity about your values, your purpose, and your capabilities. When you know who you are, external change doesn't shake you as much. You stop clinging to what's shifting, and you start trusting what's constant inside you. Ground yourself in habits that build inner strength. Start your mornings with reflection, gratitude, or journaling. Keep learning. Growth creates confidence. Maintain your support system. When you're rooted in purpose, change becomes less of a storm and more of a wind that helps you move forward. 9. Leading through change, even without a title. You don't need to be in a leadership position to help others navigate change. Leadership is about influence, not authority. You can lead through example. By staying calm, open-minded, and solution-oriented. You can lead by communicating clearly, by helping others process uncertainty, and by staying focused on the goal. When you embrace change confidently, you give others permission to do the same. That's how collective resilience is built, one mindset at a time. 10. The power of letting go. Sometimes embracing change means releasing something. An old habit, a familiar routine, or even an identity that no longer fits. Letting go isn't weakness, it's wisdom. Because every time you release what no longer serves you, you make space for something better. If you want to grow, you have to give yourself permission to evolve, to stop holding on to how things used to be and start focusing on how they could be. The future belongs to those who are willing to move with it. Closing reflection. Change is not the enemy. Fear of change is. When you stop fighting the current, you start moving with it. And that's where growth begins. So the next time things shift at work, remember, you're not being tested, you're being trained. Trained to adapt, trained to rise, trained to grow into the next version of yourself. Because every season of change carries one message. You are capable of more than you think. If this episode resonated with you, take a moment to share it with someone navigating change right now. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Mindset Shift, where every week we explore the mindsets that help you grow in your career and in life. Remember, change isn't something to fear, it's something to embrace, because on the other side of change is growth, and that's where your next breakthrough begins.